Georgia football, 100 years of red and black, is brought to you by John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer.
Against Tennessee in 1980, Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker made his Bulldog debut.
We couldn't use it, then we gave him a couple. 15-2 Tennessee leading, crowd roaring against Georgia, trying to make them drop it so they can't hear. We hand it off to Herschel. There's a hole. 5, 10, 12. He's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker.
Now this.
Owning a John Deere tricycler mulching mower is good for the environment. But at John Deere, we happen to know about a few other things in the environment. So when your grass grows too long to mulch,
after 4 straight days of rain, tomorrow's forecast, sunshine.
you can change your tricycler into a rear bagger and collect your clippings. The John Deere tricycler mower. It's as changeable as the weather.
Buy now and make no payments until March. See your John Deere dealer for details.
Bolton Furniture saves you money. 4 drawer chests, $37. All wood bunk beds, $47. 5-piece brass and glass dinette, $97. Black, $127. At Bolton Furniture, we really save you money at all 4 stores, including our new location on Candler Road in Decatur.
International Ballet Rotaru presents the season premiere of Giselle at the fabulous Fox Theater, October 9th and 10th. For ticket information, contact Ticketmaster or the Fox Theater box office.
How old were you when you first had sex? Experts and kids agree there's no age discrimination when it comes to sex.
There's a whole bunch of people doing it.
Tomorrow at 5 on Channel 2 Action News, a shocking look at a subject most parents are afraid to confront.
Sex like a loaded gun.
In a Channel 2 special assignment, Carol Sparge investigates the pressures and the pain of today's little girls turning into today's little women. Tomorrow at 5 on Channel 2 Action News. Coverage you can count on. The lottery question, Sinner Salvation, tomorrow at 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Inside Georgia football with Coach Ray Goff and co-host Lauren Smith. Brought to you by Nations Bank, power to make a difference. Coca-Cola Classic, can't beat the real thing. Delta Airlines, we love to fly and it shows. Golden Flake Snack Foods, one taste and you're stuck on Golden Flake. Osmos pressure-treated pine, only from Great Southern Wood. If it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it. Likes Hot Dogs, one bite and you'll know why they say, when it's likes, it's gone. Your local Toyota dealer. I love what you do for me, Toyota. The John Bull Stores of the Bahamas. And by Georgia Sports Video, the makers of the national award-winning video series and the creators of the official Centennial Video.
The Georgia Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels tied up in a big conference game Saturday between the hedges. The Bulldogs are winner, 37-11. In a game like that, Coach, you've got some things to talk about for your offense and also for your defense. First, the offense. What pleased you the most?
Well, I thought our offensive coaches had a great game plan, did a great job. Our offensive line probably played the best game it's played all year. They protected the quarterback extremely well. They took the run away, but we threw the ball well and we caught the ball well and made some big plays.
And your defense didn't give up a touchdown until very late. You're getting a lot of red shirts or a lot of red hats around the football, aren't you?
I think that's something that our defensive coaches have really stressed with our football team, and that's to get 11 red hats around the football every time. And I've been very pleased with our players' effort on both sides of the football, but particularly our defense has played well for us.
A lot of highlights coming up for you, but now we have this message.
Founded in 1948 by Alfred Haber Holbrook, the Georgia Museum of Art is located on the historic North Campus of the University of Georgia. The museum was designated the official State Museum of Art in 1982, and today its permanent collection is one of the finest in the South. Free and open every day of the week, the museum presents a wide array of fine art exhibitions and events. Many of its programs reach beyond its walls into communities whose members are unable to come to the museum. Scheduled for completion in 1996, the new Georgia Museum of Art will be an integral part of the Performing and Visual Arts Center at the university. The museum currently has on view Italian Renaissance and Baroque works of art, including paintings, drawings, prints, sculpture, and illuminated manuscripts. This exhibition is on loan from the Horn Museum in Florence, Italy. Hello, I'm Bill Island, director of the Georgia Museum of Art. Inside Georgia Football will be right back.
In Macon, a remodeled kitchen turned into the McLaren's new family room.
In Savannah, a new minivan made the halls a little more popular with their friends. And in Atlanta, an additional room allowed Mark Gonzalez to put his father in the best possible home, his own. Nations Bank loan specialists have helped people all across Georgia with loans for home improvements, loan refinancing, and car loans. Come see how Nations Bank can give you the power to make a difference in your life.
24 hours a day across Europe, Asia, and America. 70,000 of the best people on the ground are working to bring you the best service in the sky.
Delta, we love to fly and it shows.
Jimmy, you know, we've built a national reputation for recruiting by never selling for anything less than the best. And for building outdoors, the best is Osmos pressure-treated lumber from Great Southern Wood.
Coach, that's right. Osmos is pure and clean, and we give a lifetime guarantee with every piece. And for added protection, folks use Osmos deck screws, clear water repellents, and stains.
So remember, if it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow label, believe me, you don't want it. Hey, have you ever played football before?
A man never quits.
If you've discovered that all you really need in life is just a little more. Discover the performance and handling of the all-new 1993 Toyota Corolla and discover Corolla again.
In the first half, you got 20 points, and it looked like early on your defense did a good job with the option. Are you really concerned about that coming into the game?
Our defense did do a good job shutting down the offense of Mississippi in their option game, and been very pleased with the way we played the option game, you know, so far in the season. So at this time, let's look at the highlights of the first half.
Well, you took the field under overcast skies. The rains finally came a little bit, but it didn't hurt you, but there was a big threat of rain.
Well, it was. It was a cool day, and you know, I think it was a good day for football. It did rain a little bit during the game, but I don't think it affected us too much. We took the opening kickoff, and we've had a problem the first couple of drives in the opening of the game because we hadn't moved the football very well, and we take it here and hit Andre Hastings out in the flats on a little screen, and we were unable to get points out of this and wound up having to punt to them. And then we wind up getting the ball back later in the game, and Garrison makes a nice run there. The one thing they committed to do was to take the run away from us. So we get intentional grounding here, and, you know, it's a judgment call, and, you know, we don't always agree with everything, but it was a pretty good call, I assume.
Didn't hurt you, so it's okay when they don't hurt.
Yeah, well, that's true. Our defense played well again. They came out and really got after it. We gave up 11 points in the game, but one touchdown was real late, and was disappointed that they scored, but for the most part, our defense played well. We created a turnover there, and it's really hard to tell if it's Damon Ward or Greg Jackson or who, but you know, we got a bunch of red hats around the football, and that's what I was proud of. I told our team at halftime the only thing that was a little disappointing on the defensive side, I felt like that we were reaching too much, and we weren't running through them and really tackling them well. Brian Bohannon had a nice catch there, and Brian started his first football game, caught a touchdown during the game.
The Ole Miss 18, Georgia shotgun with three receivers. Snap to Zaire. Zaire fires. Complete to Bohannon. He got away. Touchdown!
That was his first touchdown at Georgia, and I hope it's the first of many. And really did a good job of looking the ball in and scored. I tell you, had good protection all day from our offensive line. I think they probably played the best they've played all year, and really did an outstanding job at protecting the quarterback. They ran the option a little bit, and we don't get anyone coming downhill to fill the gap there. And you know, we took the pitch. Travis Jones, who's really playing well and just getting better and better. We moved him to a sound linebacker, and he's playing down for us and really playing well. And we get a face mask there, 5-yard penalty, and but we got people fighting to get around the football. And Mitch Davis makes a real nice play, fights off the blocker and comes underneath and makes a tackle, and we force them into kicking a field goal, and 7-3. And at this time, we felt like our defense was playing pretty good and had a good opportunity. Eric hits Hassan Graham. Hassan makes a nice catch and adjusts to the football extremely well, and really made a nice catch, and he's getting better and better each week. And here comes Garrison, makes a nice 3 or 4 yard run. And, you know, we felt like if we could protect the quarterback, we had a chance to hit some big plays in the throwing game. Todd Peterson, who came on and kicked 2 field goals for us in the game. That's the first to give us a 10-3 lead. Ole Miss comes back down the field, and their quarterback shows running the option play, and our defense did a good job, you know, defending the option. They run a little shuttle pass. Tom Wallace, whose wife just had a baby on Friday, always talking about all the defensive linemen we've lost. I told him after the game we gained one and nobody even talked about it, and that was Tom's wife having a baby. Randall Godfrey from down in Valdosta made a nice interception and returned it for about 5 yards. And
good rush by Greg Jackson, I think it was.
Good pressure, and you know, we got pressure on the quarterback. Eric hit Andre again, and Eric threw the ball well. Had a couple of long throws that we overthrew, but for the most part threw it extremely well. Got a lot of blitzing. And Bryce Hunter, one of only 3 true freshmen we've played this year. And Bryce had 3 catches in the game and really played well. And again, Brian Bohannon inside the 20-yard line. And get a little side adjustment here coming up. Max Strong, who played good for us and had a nice run.
Ole Miss is in a 6-1. Zaire back to throw. They hit him just as he throws. Hastings caught it. Touchdown!
Side adjustment. We saw the blitz, and Eric picked it up well, and Andre did what he was supposed to. Our offensive line protected, and really an outstanding catch. And for the touchdown, it's 17-3, and you know, it's halftime's coming, you know, really close, and Ole Miss goes for it on 4th down about middle of the field and enables us to get the ball back. And our defense went in, stopped them to get it back for us in a hurry, and we get the ball back with about 16 seconds. And we're able to run 2 plays. Eric hits Shannon Mitchell here, and Shannon makes just a really good catch. And we got the ball on the 31, and we gambled, and we felt like we could get a little quick out. And Andre does a great job of getting extra yardage and setting up the field goal by Todd Peterson, and Todd kicked it through, and we go out at halftime up 20-3.
From Georgia Sports Video, the 100 Years of Georgia Football, and the National Award-winning video series. To order, call 1-800-688-3647.
Inside Georgia Football, we'll be right back.
No mistaking it one.
Why don't you and me do some fancy stepping tonight?
With that cool style of it, ooh, with that smile, yeah, one.
She's a beautiful dancer. Why, I used to call her Twinkle Toes.
Can you do this one?
Ooh, there's just one.
You're not so bad yourself.
One calorie just for
Some for you.
Thanks.
Some for me.
Diet Coke.
Only Delta gives you more flights from over here to over there. Only Delta flies you non-stop to more cities from over here to over there. In fact, only Delta flies you non-stop to more cities in Europe than all these airlines combined. Delta, we love to fly, and it shows the world over.
I drove it for 8 years.
Your Toyota dealer invites you to discover the all-new Corolla.
I never got so much out of a car.
Totally redesigned, including a standard driver's side airbag and available ABS.
It lasted me all 4 years of college. Okay, 5 years.
Plus Corolla's reputation for value and reliability that Toyota dealers have been delivering for over 25 years.
But I've gone on to bigger and better things. Just got the new one.
Rediscover value at your Toyota dealer and discover Corolla again.
Every week, I sit down and watch game tapes. My favorite part is a sack of Golden Flake potato chips, that is. You see, when it comes to a crisp, fresh taste, there's no better chip than Golden Flake. So next time you sit down to watch a little football, make sure your game plan includes plenty of Golden Flake, because you need just one taste, and you're stuck on Golden Flake. Golden Flake, the favorite chip of the SEC.
trainers of all major pro sports recommend one pain-relieving gel, Flexall. It works for my kind of pain and yours. From muscle strain to tendonitis, bursitis, or stiffness, aloe vera-based Flexall, the pain relief pro trainers recommend.
I was suffering from PMS. I had extreme back pain, and my emotions were on a roller coaster. But you don't have to suffer from PMS. Premsin is available.
Premsin PMS for the period before your period.
If your offensive line played well, then surely your defensive line played well, giving up only 11 points. And one of the players that must have had a big day, Tom Wallace. What about Tom's play?
Tom has really played well for us this year, and been a lot said about our defensive line, about players that we've lost, and we're fortunate enough that we gained one yesterday because Tom's wife had a baby, and we're excited about that and looking forward to having him in the future.
And he is a very exciting player. We'll hear his comments about his play in the line at Georgia, and also we get an analysis of him from Coach Steve Greer.
As a defensive lineman, I see my job as keeping the offensive guards off the linebackers so that they can make the plays and stuff, and also get a good pass rush on the quarterback.
Tom Wallace has been a real fine asset to our program so far. Last year when he came in from junior college, it took him about half a year to get himself into conditioning. He started off as just surviving, but the latter part of last year he started contributing to our team, and this year he's been an outstanding starter for us.
The most fun about being a defensive lineman is just abusing the guards. Just an all-out street fight between you and the offensive lineman. It's fun.
He's 280 pounds. At times, he's probably 285, but we try to keep him around 280. But the best thing he does is just take on double teams and create a pile with three bodies.
In the locker room at the half, Coach, your offensive coach has said we need to get some production in the third quarter. You did do that, and this must please them because you haven't had good third quarters in the early games.
We hadn't come out and played particularly well in the third quarter, so it was important that we do that. And our football team kept their nose to the grindstone, and we came out and scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. I'm very pleased about that. So at this time, let's look at all the highlights of the second half.
The highest award former athlete can gain now from the University of Georgia is the William Coleman Hartman Award, and the first honorees, Billy Payne of the '96 Olympics, and of course Fran Tarkenton, who owns his own company at Knowledgeville. Nice to see them on campus, and it's nice to see them being honored.
Well, they're really two outstanding alumni. We started out in the first play. When we got the ball, we throw an interception. We don't get the defensive lineman cut down, and he tips it, and they do a good job of intercepting it. And our defense has to go back on the field and and be ready for a quick transition, and they go back and do a very good job. There's Charlie Clemens and Greg Trimble and Casey Barnum, and did a very good job. They get pretty good pressure on the quarterback, but he makes a nice throw, and we got one player out of position, and they catch it, and they've got a first down inside our 10. Tom Wallace makes a nice play, and Tom had a very busy weekend with the child born and playing a football game. And then on third down, they overthrow, and we were able to stop them inside our own 10-yard line. They go for it on fourth, and we come out and take the football, and we score. We go 91 yards with it. Garrison Hurst makes a nice run, and then Eric throws it to Max Strong, Mr. Reliable, who does an outstanding job getting the ball upfield.
And Ole Miss in a 6-man front. They're coming after Zaire. He throws to Hurst. One man missed him. Another missed him. 45-50, 45-40. Hurst has got a man trying to get him to the side. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown!
I counted 4 people that he made missing, Coach. He really is good at making people just simply miss it.
Well, he does. He's got great balance, and if you saw early, he put his hand down to keep his balance. But the really pleasing thing is Andre Hastings really stretches it, run hard to get in front of him to help him make a block, and gets him in the end zone. But Garrison's playing well, and he and Andre both are complete football players. They really complement each other extremely well. We get to quarterback, we get good pressure, and he sprints out of the pocket and gets a pretty good yardage there. And our defense, so we just got to make sure we hem him up. This, as I said earlier in the game, the disappointing thing was felt like we had too many arm tackles. We're reaching for people, and we're not putting that red helmet on them like we need to. Again, get good pressure, and Greg Trimble, who's probably been the biggest surprise or playing as well for us on defense as anyone out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Been a big addition to our football team and really going to be a good football player for us. Eric comes out with a little naked and hits Paul Etheridge, and Paul's been hurt and hadn't been able to play until this game, and we were glad to get him back. Frank Harvey comes in, makes a nice run, and Garrison's still in the game. Our offensive line, as I said earlier, did a good job. Garrison did a great job on the blitzing linebacker there, and protecting the quarterback. And he's just not a runner, but he's also a very good blocker. Garrison makes a nice run.
Ole Miss dropping back to a 4. Now the linebackers are coming up in there. Zier going to take it. Go to Harvey. 5, 10, touchdown.
Frank's a big fullback, big running back, and I tell you see him coming down, I'm not so sure I'd want to stand there and try to tackle him myself. He's about 240 pounds. He's got good foot speed, and he gets under his pads extremely well and runs the football good. They brought in their freshman quarterback and came in and started running the option a little bit, and he threw the ball pretty good for him, and going to be a good player for him. Chris Wilson makes a nice tackle there. I've been very pleased with the way our secondary's played. They've done a very good job for us, and the thing that's been pleasing about it is they tackle well. Philip Daniels chases him down, and unfortunately we get his face mask and get a little 5-yard penalty. Here comes our quarterback again, and Charlie Pledger from Athens, Georgia, just takes it away from him, makes a very nice catch. And fans are excited, and we're excited, and Preston Jones comes in the game, and Preston's trying to get the ball out of bounds, it looks like, but Bryce Hunter does a great job of keeping his feet in bounds and catches the ball. And the ball might have been tipped. Terrell Davis, our backup scat back, comes in and makes a nice run. And Preston hits Bryce Hunter again, Damon Ward over on the flats, and Damon does a good job. And Andrew Chadwick comes in and kicks a field goal, and we're up 37-3. Going into the fourth quarter, we've got our walk-on fullback in the game, running back, and we get a fumble, and it was disappointing, and no one wants to fumble the football, but we give them the ball back, and they've got it inside our 40-yard line and got a chance to get points. Late in the game, Jock Stevens makes a nice open field tackle, and Chad Wilson helps on the play, and we don't get much pressure here as much as we need, and we catch it in the flats, and they're inside our 10, and they score. And, it was a little disappointing, because we didn't want to give up a touchdown. Our defense played well and deserved not to have given it up. But we won the game 37-11, and that's the important thing.
Stay tuned. Inside Georgia Football. We'll be right back.
Summertime. Hey, here comes the summer sun shining down on me. Ice cold and summer fun, that's where I wanna be. Dancing to a different beat, red hot music on the street. Summertime. Can't beat the feeling. Summertime. It's cold time. You can't beat the rhythm.
In Augusta, a new pickup helped the Dixons turn weekend projects into profits. In Carrollton, we helped the Mitchells put down roots in their neighborhood. And in Albany, a hatchback allowed Deborah Carver's son to start college with more than just new towels. Nations Bank loan specialists have helped people all across Georgia with car loans, loan refinancing, and loans for home improvements. Come see how Nations Bank can give you the power to make a difference in your life.
Shove that ballroom down the line.
Excuse me, sir. What do you think you're doing here?
Well, I finally got season tickets, and I wanted to make it look a little more like home, so I'm building this deck out of osmosis pressure-treated pine from Great Southern Wood. Look how straight it is, and this stuff is guaranteed for a lifetime. And then, see, I'm going to close it in and insulate it.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to insulate it so we don't freeze our end zones off. See that?
Don't be fooled by imposters. If it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it.
Going, gone. Going,
Going? Gone. Gone right into our new zip pack that locks in the freshness of Lake's Premium Jumbo Franks. New zip pack. Locked in freshness, mouth-watering taste. It only tastes like it costs a lot. And that's why when it's Lake's, it's going, gone.
McDonald's, huh? Yeah.
Smells good.
Thanks.
If this ride were any longer, you'd have to fight for those fries.
We're stuck.
Time for the Bulldog Flashback, brought to you by the John Bull Stores of the Bahamas. Fans can not only enjoy the fun and sun, but can now enjoy shopping at duty-free savings. Visit the John Bull Stores in the Bahamas. The record for touchdowns scored in one game is held by 6 players: Johnny Cook, Rabbit Smith, Herschel Walker, Lars Tate, Tim Worley, and Horace King. An Athens native, King had his big day against Ole Miss October 12, 1974, between the hedges. King gained 129 yards rushing that afternoon to lead the Bulldogs to a 49-0 victory. Here's how King remembers his big afternoon against the Rebels.
I remember the crowd reaction after I scored that last touchdown because I stood up and held the ball up in the air, and everybody in the stand was just up and hollering and screaming. And that was just a great moment for me. The feeling of playing in a game like that and sharing that with all those fans was just great.
The Bulldog Flashback has been brought to you by the John Bull Stores in the Bahamas, where fans can find one of the world's largest displays of watches, plus jewelry, photo equipment, perfume, and cosmetics at great duty-free savings.
Road game coming up to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Arkansas is a team that you beat in the Independence Bowl. They surely want revenge. What do you know about Arkansas, which now is playing with a new coach?
Well, it's going to be a tough football game. We've never been to Fayetteville, Arkansas. We've never played them there, so it'll be very difficult. We'll be playing on artificial turf, which we have not played on this year, so it'll be a big challenge. And you're going to play without Mike Jones. Will that hurt you? I don't think there's any doubt that it'll hurt us playing without Mike. He's played a lot of football for us, got a lot of experience, and been a tremendous leader for us so far this year. There's a saying around the Georgia campus that there's nothing like being a Bulldog on Saturday night, especially after winning, and here are some scenes from the victorious Georgia locker room.
We came in and they've been playing like a soft man-to-man coverage. We noticed that on the scouting, when we're looking at the scouting reports. We came in, Eric made a call on a slant route. I gave the guy a hard hint. Eric put the ball right where it needed to be. I caught the pass. I didn't realize how close I was to the goal line, but I just tried to lay out for it.
Zaire back to throw. They hit him just as he throws. Hastings caught it. Touchdown!
I feel great. I was real nervous about being, this is my first start since I've been here, and things worked out well, and I was real happy with it.
The Ole Miss 18, Georgia shotgun with 3 receivers. Snap to Zaire. Zaire fires. Complete to Bohannon. He got away. Touchdown!
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us. Be sure and join us next week when we'll have highlights of the Georgia-Arkansas game.
Inside Georgia Football. Brought to you by Nations Bank. Power to make a difference. Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the real thing. Delta Airlines, the official airline of the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Golden Flake Snack Foods. One taste and you're stuck on Golden Flake. Osmos pressure-treated pine, only from Great Southern Wood. If it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it. Likes Hot Dogs. One bite and you'll know why they say, when it's likes, it's gone. Your local Toyota dealer. I love what you do for me, Toyota. The John Bull Stores of the Bahamas, and by Georgia Sports Video, the makers of the national award-winning video series and the creators of the official Centennial Video. Clothing provided by Kuppenheimer Men's Clothiers. And special thanks to these friends of Georgia football.